radiator hose. We're going to work at getting that in. I want to show you what I did for a solution for the PWR radiator to make that fit in here. And we're going to do a little bit of touch-up, get that in today, and get the radiator hose on. I got another surprise coming in for the car. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I did order out the Hydro Boost system for the car. So a lot of things to come, and we're excited to start moving forward on the car again. Okay, so originally I was going to do an AN style fitting for the lower radiator from Autoplumb, and as I did more research, I learned that that might not be the right solution for this, that I actually wanted a larger ID coming in for the inner flow for the bottom of the block, because of the pressure difference of what it's drawing in compared to when it's pushing out and having a higher pressure with hotter fluids, and how that makes just a better flow system for the block and keeping things cooler, especially with a double pass radiator. So I ended up going with the solution of a flex hose for it, because let's face it, sometimes that's just what you have to do, especially when you want to go with a single piece. So I ended up leaving it disassembled just because that's going to be the easier way to put the hose on for now. But another thing that we're going to do later is we are going to access the back of this P-Series pump here, right here, and we are going to measure the ID of this fitting and make sure that that has enough restriction for what we're doing. Also, we're going to pull out the pressure valve on that, because there is a way to boost the output of this pump from 1200 psi to approximately 1350 psi, which is going to be perfect for running our Hydro Boost system, and a lot cheaper. Now, to get the PWR radiator to work in this car, I had a lot of problems. Okay, first we were going to raise the radiator up a little bit so that we could clear the bottom of the core support completely, and we were going to achieve this by putting some shims underneath the cushions for the radiator. The problem that I ran into in doing that was that the cap of the radiator was hitting the hood. So we can't have that. So then the next question was, how can we lower the radiator into the core support and make everything happy that way? And the solution ended up being way easier than what I originally had thought, and it worked out really good. So I'm going to share that with you right now. I really wish I could have shown it to you, but when it came down to it, my dad had come over to help, and sometimes in life, my dad's getting older, and I just wanted to enjoy the time with him, and putting the phone down and giving him that time meant a lot to me. So sorry I couldn't show it to you when I was doing it, but I'm still going to show you the results of what I achieved. So what I did, and you can still see it, is right from here to here on the core support, I took approximately, well, I made it flush, because it actually came up. It almost looked like about by a quarter of an inch, and then came back down here. And I did the same over here, where it came up and went back down again from here to approximately here. After I did that, the radiator dropped back down to a factory height, and everything cleared the hood perfectly, and we were happy. Now, the last thing that I was facing was the cushions that I had ordered for this core, this radiator. They were way too long for the core support, even though they were stated as the correct part number by Summit. Even when I called Summit, they confirmed they were the correct part number to fit this core support. They were about an inch too long. And I wanted to support this radiator not only from the front but the back. Now, the radiator actually does fit inside this core support very nicely. The thing is just making sure there's rubber between the front and the back of the radiator. And the way I solved this was I had purchased 2 sets of these cushions. So I had no problems butchering them up. So let me show you what I did here. So I cut one cushion down, and I took a 1/4 bolt, I heated it up red hot, and I punched it through the cushion here. And that same flathead bolt I brought down being red hot and gave it a natural countersink. That way I wouldn't be mushrooming this out when I tightened it down, because what I did was I put an eye lock on the other side so this won't go anywhere. The second cushion right here, let me show you this. I ovaled the hole out, and then I used the factory nipple to go through that. Now, come on, focus. Right here, there was a metal insert, and I got rid of that so that I could trim this down. That way, I could make this fit the full length of the core support, and that'll cushion the radiator this way. So it's cushioned this way, and it's cushioned this way, and it holds the radiator in tight. And you'll see I did that on both sides. Now today, I'm going to use some roll bar touch-up paint to touch that up. Why roll bar touch-up paint? Well, because I'm putting roll bar in this car, and I wanted to see how the roll bar paint laid out. And I figured, hey, what better spot to do it than in a small area and see how I like it before I go using it on my roll bar. So enjoy the ride here. I'm going to get started. All right, I got the things masked off I want masked off. I'm going to just start by touching up in here a little bit and go from there. So go like this and up. Okay. Like that. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Like that a lot. Get these spots up here where it got scratched up from going in and out so much. Just like new again. Alright, we'll purge your can. Good to go. Alright, so next we're going to let this dry a little bit. We're going to pop that radiator back in, secure the top, and work on getting that lower hose on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh. Alright, let's get this clamp started on here. Let's see, what is going to be a good access point for me later when this becomes a problem. So this belt's going to be rolling off this way. I think I should be able to get into it that way. Try that, I guess. Let's see. Our lip is right here. We're going to put that right there. And if worse comes to worse, it just gets taken apart again. Oh, no, that's too low over there. There we go. And there we go. Just right. I'll get this other one on so that I don't forget after I get everything hooked up. So this hose I originally bought a 15-inch hose, and it didn't feel right for the car. It felt like it was too tight. So I got a 16.5 that I'm going to try out. And I'm hoping that's going to do it. If it doesn't, then I might go back to the 15, but I'm going to try. So just get this so it doesn't fall off onto the floor. There we go. This is going to hook up right around here-ish. Is that folding in? We don't want it to do that. It shouldn't. It should be sort of like this. It feels like it's going to be all right. If not, I'll push it on a little further. Okay. Try it like that first and see what happens. All right. Let's see, is this tacky yet? Oh, we gotta wait a little bit. Okay. All right, let's get these cushions in. Yeah. There we go. I'll go grab the radiator. Before I put this in, I know I'm gonna have to get some of this tape off of here, so. All right, before I get the radiator in, I got the tape undone on the cardboard piece on the front, so we can remove the cardboard whenever we want. I still want to leave it on to protect the fins until I get more of the front end assembled. But there might still be some chatter here. There's plenty of clearance. But in case there is some chatter here, I do have some rubber filament pieces that I can put in here. But first I'm going to fit it in, get things down, and the hose is on. And then if there is, I can always slip it in from behind. And I know I can get my hands in there because I've already tried. So let's get it in. Easy. Doing here, that one up. Right now I'm just, the radiator actually has welded on pegs that fit right into the cushions. So I'm just lining those up. To see this back in here. All right, that's perfect. All right. Just snug that in there. I'm going to give her a little more room so I'm not rubbing on that tab. Because I am thinking about running wires under here yet, and there are holes here for hold downs. Get it? Pull downs. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so that's off the pad there. Let's get that where it's got to go. Be. And that's where that needs to be. Okay. That's what I want to make sure of. That looks fantastic. And we'll push the radiator back so it's against that. It's been over there. And over there. Okay. And we'll give her a snug here. She stays there. All right, now we'll work at getting that the other end of the radiator hose hooked up. Fingers crossed that goes on smooth. Hopefully I don't have to grind off on any of this bolt here from the linkage. Should be all right though, I think. I hope. Looks like it's going to be all right. It's already better than what the shorter one was. Made a little green line there so I know how far I had to. Oh man, that looks really good. I'm happy with that. Let's see how far. All right, there's the end of the neck there, so we can put that other clamp here. And there's no kinks. This all feels really good. It just clears our bolts here. We're doing fantastic. I am so happy with how this turned out. I've been sweating on this, wondering if this was going to work, and I'm glad that it worked out. Pause it. All right. Now, for this, there was a couple spots on here that they have nut clips, so just using some grade 8 hardware to secure this properly here. Washer and a lock. Put that in there. We'll get that tightened up. Okay. This I'll have to find out where that other one went. At least all the holes were covered up on the engine. That there. Click. Ain't going nowhere. Let's see this. The best way to access this is going to be from the bottom. I picked one that was a little too long. Too big. Oh, well, better too big than too small. See the action? Mm-hmm. Cool. It's a good phone. All right, let's see here. Put that right there-ish. Go from the other side and get that on. Ooh. Just want to make sure I got this in the right spot here. Don't want to squeeze it on the oval. Okay, there. Okay, I see. I feel the lip. We're going to put that right there. That'll be a good access point for later when the hose goes kaput-and-see on me. There we go. All right, let's start the car. We're ready. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Next, we'll get the drive assembly back on. Now that we got the hard part over. Oh, she's coming together nice. Love it. I'm gonna have to look up some specs on this again because I forgot a lot of it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. All right, let's see here. Just getting this bracket back on here. So the accessories and the brackets are from CVF Racing. I was actually pretty impressed with the product. I do like it a lot. Oh, I do. Look at that. That's way easier. Actually found a set of 3/8 drive Allen attachments from Milwaukee, which I really like. God, they work nice. I was actually looking for a set from Milwaukee because I'm a Milwaukee freak and I like that stuff. Milwaukee just seems to have really held up for me for what I do. Feels good in the hand. They're innovative with their designs, having squared ends. My tools don't roll away from me when I drop them on the floor. And I like to drop things on the floor. Did I get the wrong? I should not have used the deep well. Oh, crud. Alright. Okay. Right tool for the right job. I'll come back and torque those later to whatever spec that CVF wants on that. So when you put these belts on, always get your rib pulleys done first. You can always come over your idler pulley last. That's going to be your easiest way to do it. And then you can come and tension it up do your tension after. Okay, grab my wrench and finish it off. You don't want to over tighten it, just enough so it's not slipping. You don't need a ton. That's probably I just need more. It's probably going to be fine. Well, and then here. There we go. There. We'll go that way. We can always put a little more pressure on it later if we need to. All right, that's the first step is done there. Next, we'll be taking this off most likely, unless I can get to that fitting on the back without taking it off, but probably going to be easier to just unbolt this quick and pop it off and look at that fitting. And we're going to, what is it, 9/64 or a 1/8 drill bit. If that fits in the hole of the opening on the fitting in the back, and nothing larger than 1/8, then we've got the right size for flow on this. Anything larger and it's going to flow too much, and it's not going to work for the Hydro Boost setup. Okay, torqued as they should be. Let's see what we...
Good girls.
Oh, Brembo. All right.
These markings are so cute. It looks like he's got floppy feet, but it's so cute.
I love the spots on his feet.
What are you doing? Forward. Come on. Come on. Zelda. Really? Matthew.
Is she waiting?
She sat.
That's my garage pup.
Ruger. boys. Come on, Brumbo. Good boy. Huh?
Probably gonna need to actually go get an Allen wrench for this. Yeah, I'll be right back. That's right size. I don't think that's right size. Yeah, it is. Come on, get in there. That should be good. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed what I shared with you on the Camaro today. I know I did. I enjoyed the time I got to spend with my daughter on it. Before she left, we pulled the valve covers on it, and we got the motor rotated a couple times, and it rotates so smooth. I am really excited to get this thing running and hear it run for the first time. I mean, it's been sitting in the car for going on 2 years now. So that's going to be an exciting day. I think next time she comes over, we're going to be working on that steering column, and I know I got to narrow up the roll bar that's got to go in the car yet, and get that in there so that we can start running the wiring and get the carpeting in. And man, it's coming along. We've got a lot of parts for the car that just got to go on the car, and with school and everything, it's been a little difficult, but we will get this thing running soon, I hope. The goal is to have it running this summer, and I'm really hoping to hear it run this summer, because I'm going to be really disappointed if it's not. So until next time, keep your wrenches spinning and get out there and do something that makes you happy.